Happy New Year's, guys. We're gonna start out the year with a little motivation. Now, I'm actually recording this on November 15th, so this is recorded a good, month and a half before the actual holiday. But I want to wish y'all a Merry New Year. Hopefully, you live up to your New Year's resolutions, this, that, and the third, the whole 9 yards. Have a great, wonderful day. I'm gonna drop this in the morning at some point, but I want to start this out with some motivation. If there's ever a rise and fall video or the rise of video for I Love Foxboy or one of my many channels that I'm running now, it's probably going to start with this clip or referencing this video in some proportion. So this video, I want to show you. This is what made me think about doing this video. This is my older work shoes. Up until today, I've been wearing these every day for probably the last couple months, and every month this shoe has been getting progressively worse. Okay, it's been getting pretty bad, right? And there's a lot of things that motivate me to do YouTube, right? And YouTube's a tough thing. When you see the people at the top 1% doing this job, and you're like, this can't be that hard. This can't be, it has to be a life. Well, YouTube is hard, and it's very mentally draining, right? Especially when you're in this stage, when your channel is in limbo, because it's a very uncertainty. You're like, your job, this career path is not based on how good you are. It's based on, a multitude of things you can't control, like people's opinions of your content. How many people, who are you getting recommended to, this, that, and the third. It's a very tough career. But yeah, the reason why I bring these shoes up is because it motivates me, because these shoes, I got these on graduation. I graduated in 2018, right? Family members gave me some money. I spent it on a custom backpack, which I'll probably show off later. You'll see it eventually. Custom backpack. I got something else, and I got these shoes, and another pair of shoes. These were $20 on ASOS, the site that sold them, and they were in good condition for a long time until I started wearing them to do my job and things of that nature, right? But these shoes started going bad months ago. The other shoes that I worked in before I got down to this pair are $30 for months, up until a week or two ago when I got paid. I could not afford to spend $30 fucking on a new pair of shoes. There were so many. These are worn down. The sole is there isn't even a sole in here. It's done. Okay, I couldn't get a $30 pair of shoes. That's think about that. That's ridiculous. $30 is ridiculously cheap for a pair of shoes. Okay, I couldn't get $30 to get a pair of shoes. That is motivational, especially thinking about where I want to be. You know what I'm saying? And it's just sad. There's so many days where it was raining, and not right now. There were so many days where it rains, and it happened a week before I got my new pair of shoes and whatnot, and I have to walk around in a pair of soaked knockoff Vans for hours. And eventually when I reach the level that I want to reach, people aren't gonna think about that. They're not gonna guess that I had to go through something like that. But the reason I'm up here is I want to say, before I go on that rant, is there's a lot of things uncertain, right? I could blow up tomorrow. I could blow up in a month. I could blow up a year from now, 2, 3, 4 years from now. That is uncertain. It may never happen. But the one thing that is for certain, no matter how bad this looks, how sad this is, the one thing I want to promise is that I'm not giving up. I'm always going to be up here editing videos, chasing my dream, trying something new. I'm going to always try to get better at this. I'm always going to be thanking YouTube, because luck is preparation meets opportunity, and your opportunity can be around any fucking corner, and I don't want to give up one fucking step away from what could have been my golden mine. You feel me? So this is gonna be so I feel like my story is going to be such a motivation to people, because like I'm as normal, as average as it gets. So if I can fucking do it, it's going to motivate someone else to do it. And if I give up, that's so many other people that could have been inspired by my story that will never get that inspiration, that'll give up. And it's more than just like, normally it's the inverse, right? You'll say it's more than me, but it's like I also have to do it for myself. I don't want to, like, people will come up to me and they'll ask me, why don't I go back to college? I already fucking tried that. Or why don't you work here? Why don't you go to Amazon? They pay a little more. Because I don't want to go to another place to make a couple more pennies, a couple more dollars doing the same shitty thing. This is my career. I'm not, like, no one needed to hear me say that I'm not fucking giving up, even though it looks bleak, right? Because I made the video. I put my foot down. I said, I'm not making Madden videos no more. 2,000 subscribers of Madden and football content. And I was like, I'm not gonna fucking do that anymore. And you know what I'm saying? I expected it to happen. The viewership dropped. You know, like, how sad it is to see that not even 10% of your fucking subscribers want to watch your videos. That's like, people are not gonna see that when everything's going up. They're not gonna see this shit because everything's gonna be so inflated then. But I want people to know the real. I want to keep it transparent with people. It's sad, it's bleak, especially at this part, and it feels like this part of people's careers is always left out. You know, when you hear the story of a Duke Dennis, when you hear the story of a Mr. Beast and a this, that, and the third, it always seems like it went 0 to 100. You know, they were broken and now they're this. They forget the middle. And you know what? I want this bridge part of the career to be well documented, so that way when other people are going through it, they don't think that it's just them. I don't want people to feel like this doesn't happen to other people. And I've seen people fucking people with talent quit. You like, just whatever, they just give up on life. They just want to be average. They just throw their dreams out the window because they think it's going to take too long, or just for whatever reason. And it's like, you're like, why? I can't. I'm not gonna be those. I'm not gonna be that person that gives up on his dream. I'm way too fucking talented for that. I'm a ball of talent, and I refuse to do anything else. The message of this was, I'm not giving up. And it's gonna be awesome to look back at this and me talking to my future right here, looking into this $20 webcam when I have a nice studio, like I have a nice professional setup, and say, I was just like you and I was in the same position as you, and look at where I'm at now. Look at how motivational it is. Don't give up. Never give up. You always have like a question that hit me one day when I was at work, because I've achieved a lot of accolades in my life, right? And I've never really rejoiced over any of that. I've never felt satisfied for any of my accolades, right? A third strongest man on the team, pound for pound, making all-stars, graduating, going to college, passing some college classes, hitting 1,000 subscribers, hitting 2,000 subscribers, having a video with over 40. I never felt really rejoiced or anything. It's always been this grind mentality. It's always more, more, more. I need to do more. And I thought to myself, when will I be satisfied? And after a little bit of thinking, I was like, I'll probably be satisfied on my deathbed. And that probably sounds crazy. It's like, you're never going to be satisfied until you die. Well, it's not like that. It's just that there's always something that can be accomplished. You know, I don't want to be complacent. You know what I'm saying? I just want more. It's just this breadwinner mentality. I want more. And it's not going to be sad, because eventually when I do, and when I'm laying on my deathbed, I can lay back, because at that point you can't do nothing more. I can sit back and be like, yeah, I did something special. You know, I can lay back on these accolades. But until then, until I'm on my deathbed, it's always grind, because I'd rather achieve my dream, live in utopia, have everything right for a day, than go the rest of my life, you know, just settling and being, you know, thinking what could have been until I die. I'd rather grind my ass off, balls to the wall, until the day before I die, the hour before I die, and experience accomplishing my dream, instead of living with the what if and whatnot. But besides all that, we're gonna do a little update, right? If you're a real one, you made it this far in the video, Okay, so first off is you should have already seen the one of the Madden movies that I'm doing, the one with the 04 Eagles. Madden is making a return, not the way that it used to. It takes way too much fucking time to edit those videos and this, that, and the third. And you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to feel like it takes away from all my other content. So I will now be doing Madden live streams, and I'm still going to keep the storytelling element to it. So one thing I would tell y'all how I'm going to pull this off, because I'm not going to tell y'all that, because one, it's still kind of in the works, and two, I don't want anybody to jack my idea, you feel me, until I do it, because it's like if it's just up in the air and somebody else does it, you don't get credit for it, which you rarely do anyways. But yeah, Madden's going to make a return in live streams. Make sure you get in there and this, that, and the third. There won't be a set schedule because I don't have a set work schedule. So, you know, make sure you keep an eye on the community posts and yeah, we'll have it. You know what I'm saying? And we'll go with that. Second of all, the stories. The stories are going to be making, they're going to be privated, you know, for now until I get like a fan base. Because right now, yeah, there's just not enough people watching it. So it's not going to get recommended to people because all of my subscribers are what you call it. They're football fans. They don't want to hear stories and things of that nature. But also a lot more commentary is going to be coming. A lot more football commentary, me talking about football related things and this, that, and the third, just to grow this. If you subscribed for the other commentary videos where I talked about things like what happened to China, Illinois, or like mostly, yeah, if you watch those reaction videos, the what happened to Old Trap Star type of thing, I went back to the first channel I ever created. I rebranded it for the second time. It is now called The 25th Hour. I will be doing commentary videos over there talking about who knows what or whatever in any and all things. And then I have the racing channel, obviously, but y'all are not interested in that. But yeah, this dragging on. It's been 12 minutes. The rhyme and reason behind this video was not only to motivate people in the future when this does go well, but to motivate myself to chase a career where something like this, you know, will never happen again. You know, to put myself in a position to where I don't have to go through that kind of thing, wearing this kind of shit for months. This is an atrocity. This is just horrible. You know what I'm saying? And hey, it is what it is. You know, I could blame people. I could talk about X, Y, and Z. But at the end of the day, you know, it all comes down to me, right? You know, you put yourself in positions and I'm going to take control of it and I'm going to make the best of it. So, yeah, a little bit of a rant video. But this is mostly me saying, I'm going to take control of this. I'm going to put myself in a position to where this never happens again. You know, most people would probably like throw these shoes away. But I kind of want to frame them, you know, just as like motivation, because like I'm big on never losing these kind of moments, right? Because there's going to be so many good times to come, right? It's going to be a lot of good times, a lot of flaunting, a lot of just crazy heavenly moments, but I never want to lose these days, so I never get arrogant, cocky, and I'm always grinding like the rent's due tomorrow. So yeah, with that being said, that's going to do it for this one. Should be a great way to open up the year, you know. Hopefully it motivates whoever's watching this to get on their grind, get off their ass and go make it happen. Anyways, it's been your boy. Until we meet in the comments, if you know, man, because we know we up next. Sponsored by Atari, and